Hello students, how are you? I hope you have enjoyed first part of the macromolecules. In the first part we have gone through general information of macromolecules, monomers. I am very happy to know that the first part of macromolecules, total 675 students have watched online session on premiere day, that is on 17th April 2020. In the second part, we'll be discussing random coil, some of the beautiful pictures of polymers, classification of polymers, polymerization, types of polymerization reaction, kinetics of polymerization, and mechanism of polymerization. Let us see the part 2. We'll start from the first, random coil. Now, what is random coil? A random coil is a polymer conformation where the monomer subunits are oriented randomly. Okay, a random coil is a polymer conformation where the monomer subunits are oriented randomly. It is not one specific shape, but a statistical distribution of shapes for all the chain in a population of macromolecules. The conformation's name is derived from the idea that in the absence of specific stabilizing interaction, a polymer backbone will sample all possible conformation randomly. Many linear or unbranched homopolymers in solution or above their melting temperature, it is assumed approximate a random coil. Even copolymer with monomers of equally unequal length will be distribute in random coil if the subunit lack of any interaction. The part of branches polymer may also assume a random coil. Now next, polymer chain exhibit in several cases a random change conformation. Molecular change with random conformation, that is random coil or Gaussian chain, are found in solutions or of polymers in good solvent, in polymer melt, and in polymers. So these are the beautiful example of polymer that is polymer polyamide. The monomer is amide. When it goes to the polymerization, form polyamide. Because of its unique properties like durability, moisture resistance, and temperature resistance, it is used for making parachutes. Another example, that is DNA, one of the important polymer in the body. The monomer unit is known as nucleotide. This is the most important example of polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is one of the most important polymer. It is used in making eyeglasses. Now next is classification of polymers. These polymers are classified on the basis of various categories as given below. The classification of polymers on the basis of source. Second, classification of polymers on the basis of structure of polymers. Third, classification of polymers on the basis of mode of polymerization. And last, fourth is classification of polymers on the basis of molecular forces. Now let us see the first class of the polymer, that is a classification of polymers on the basis of source. In this category, polymers are classified on the basis of source of origin. The first is natural polymers. These are the polymers that are directly obtained from nature, for example, proteins, starch, rubber, etc. The second is semi-synthetic polymer. These are those polymers that are prepared in the laboratory by making some modification in the natural polymers. The third is synthetic polymer. These are completely man-made polymers and developed in the laboratory. Some common examples are plastic, nylon, silicon, and etc. The second is classification of polymers on the basis of structure of polymers. Now in the structure of polymers, we will see linear polymer, branch change polymer, and third is cross-link or network polymer. Now what is linear polymer? These are those polymers that have long and straight chain but no branches. Branch change polymer. These are those polymers that have long chain but also have some branches, which includes low density polyethylene. Third is cross-link or network polymer. These are the polymers that have long straight chains, but these chains are connected through the strong and covalent bond. The example is bakelite. Now the third is classification of polymers on the basis of mode of polymerization. The first is addition polymer. These are those polymers that are formed by repeated addition of monomers. The addition polymer are of two types. One is homopolymer and second is copolymer. Now homopolymer, these are the polymers that are formed by the addition of same monomer. Homopolymer, same monomer. The second is copolymers. The polymer formed by the addition of different monomers are known as copolymer. So this is one of the definition of homopolymer and copolymer. Homopolymer means same monomer, whereas copolymer means the different monomers. The next is condensation polymer. These are those polymers that are formed by repeated condensation reaction of two different bifunctional or trifunctional monomeric molecules. In this reaction, small molecules such as water, hydrogen chloride, etc. eliminates. Some common examples include nylon 6s and etc. Now next classification of polymer on the basis of molecular forces. We have to define elastomer, what is the fibers, thermoplastic polymer, and thermosetting polymers. So these are the classifications under the basis of molecular forces. Now what is elastomers? These are those type of polymers in which the polymer chains are weakly bonded to each other. Because of this weak interaction, these polymers have the elastic properties. Some cross-link are also present between the chains, due to which these polymers are able to regain their original position. So these are called as a elastomers polymer. Next is the fibers. This classification comes under the molecular forces, basis of molecular forces. Fibers. These are thread forming polymers. These polymers have high tensile strength and high modulus. They have strong intermolecular forces and thus have crystalline nature. Some example includes polyamide, polystyrene, etc. Now the third is thermoplastic polymers. These polymers have a long chain of molecules with some branches. These molecules have the property to be softening on heating and hardening on cooling. These intermolecular forces of attraction are intermediate between elastomers and fibers. Some common example includes polyethylene, again polystyrene. So this classification, thermosetting polymer. These are highly branched chain polymers. These polymers cannot be reused. Some common examples are bakelite, urea formaldehyde, resin, etc. So next is polymerization. We have already discussed about the polymer. A polymer is a molecule made up of repeating monomers. So this is example of polyethylene. Ethylene is the repeating unit. Now, what is polymerization? The linking of small molecules termed as monomers with each other to form a macromolecule that we call as a polymer molecule through a chemical reaction is known as polymerization. Now, what is polymerization? The linking of small molecule, which we called as a monomers, with each other to form a macromolecule through a chemical reaction is known as polymerization. It can be defined as the fundamental process by which low molecular weight compound are converted into high molecular compound. Polymerization is the process in which monomers units are linked by chemical reaction to form a long chain. These long chains set polymer apart from the other chemical species and give them their unique characteristics property. The polymer chain can be linear, branch, or cross-link. Now next, there are two broad types of polymerization reaction. One is the addition or chain growth polymerization, and second is condensation or step growth polymerization. Now let us see the first, the addition or chain growth polymerization. In addition polymerization, two or more molecules of monomer are linked together to produce a polymer. In this polymerization, there is no elimination of any molecules. It is the chain reaction and no byproduct is released. It is obtained by linking together the monomer molecules through a chain reaction to give a polymer whose molecular weight is exactly an integral multiple of that of constituent monomers. Only a single kind of monomer is involved in this addition polymerization reaction. So this is the addition or chain growth polymerization. These are the 4 points in that one. Now let us see addition polymerization. Polymerization that occur through a coupling of monomers using their multiple bonds is called as addition polymerization. The simplest example involves the formation of polyethylene from ethylene molecules. In this reaction, the double bond in each ethylene molecules open up and two of the electrons originally in this bond are used to form new carbon-carbon single bond with two other ethylene molecules. Now, what are the steps involved in this addition polymerization? So, one is chain initiation step, then second is propagation step, and third is termination. So, what are the steps involved? First is initiation, second is propagation, and third is termination. In this step, which initiate the chain reaction, it is called as chain initiating steps. In this, newly generated free radicals react with another molecule of ethane. It leads to the formation of another bigger sized radical. The repetition of this sequence of reaction with the generation of new and bigger free radical carries the chain forward, and this step is termed as chain propagating step. ultimately, in the chain terminating step, the product free radicals react with another free radical to form a polymerized product. The sequence of the step may be depicted as we have seen in this figure. Now the next type of polymerization, that is condensation polymerization or step growth polymerization. Which is the first one? First type, the addition or change growth polymerization. We have seen the definition, and next we have seen the example and the 3 steps involved in the addition polymerization. Now we will start the condensation polymerization or step growth polymerization. The condensation polymerization involves a chemical reaction in which a polymer is formed with the elimination of a small molecule or with lower molecular weight as a byproduct. The byproduct eliminated is called as condensate. The reaction can occur between 2 similar or different monomers. In such a reaction, each step yields a product which is again a characteristics bifunctional species. These are independent of each other, and so the change condensation goes on. So this is the one of the example of condensation polymerization or step growth polymerization, that is nylon 6,6. Now next we will see the kinetics of polymerization. We will see the kinetics of addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. First we will see what are the steps involved in kinetics of addition polymerization. Consider the catalytic polymerization of monomer, that is M, CH2 double bond CHX, where X is the halogen. Now what are the steps involved in this process? The first, the initiator molecule I gives a free radical R, and then the rate of production of free radical is given by R is equal to K1 into I. Now this free radical R adds to the double bonds to the monomer molecule, generating new free radicals. You will see this example. And hence the rate of disappearance of the molecule M is given by the equation 1 minus dm by d minus d by dt of M is equal to K2 R into M. These change propagation steps are second order and very rapid. Change termination is obtained by the recombination of 2 free radicals. These free radicals have very low concentration. We can reasonably assume that the rate of production is equal to the rate of disappearance, so that hence K1I is equal to K3 R square, and therefore R is equal to K1 by K3 raised to power 1 by 2 into I over raised to power 1 by 2. Substitute this R value in equation 1 in this equation, and we will get this equation minus d by dt of M is equal to K2 into K1 by K3 raised to power 1 by 2 into I into 1 by 2 and M. So and last you will get K into I raised to power 1 by 2 into M. So it is customary to define the kinetic change length L as the ratio of overall rate of the rate of initiation step. It can also be defined as number of repeating change unit in the polymer chain. So therefore this L is equal to minus dm by dt divided by R, which will get the value this one. And hence we can define the probability P for the addition of another monomer to the growing change radical as this P is equal to, you will get this one. So in this vinyl polymerization, probability in the order of 0.999. Now next is the mechanism of polymerization. This is also one of the important part in the polymerization. The first is free radical polymerization. The initiation by the polymer chain growth is brought about by the free radical produced by the decomposition of compound are called as initiator. The term change growth represents a process which involves a continuous and very rapid addition of the monomer unit to form polymer molecules or polymer chain. With the increase in the number of monomers unit, the length of the polymer chain increases continuously and the change growth rapidly. Now the first is mechanism of free radicals polymerization occurs in the following steps. Now as you know that the first step is initiation. In this step is the mechanism of free radicals polymerization occurs in the following steps. As we know that first step is initiation. In this step, free radicals says R attack the double bond in the monomers molecules, resulting in the following chemical change. The second step is propagation. In this step, the radical site at the first monomer unit attack the double bond of a fresh monomer molecule. This results in the linking of the second monomer unit to the first and the transfer of the radical site from the first monomer unit to the second by the unpaired electron transfer process. This process of attack goes on continuously, which add the growing change one after another. Now next is the termination process. Depending on factors such as temperature, time, monomers, the initiator concentration, there exists a statistical probability of the two growing chain coming closer to and colliding with each other. When such a collision occurs, the following two reactions take place, resulting in the arrest of the change growth. Now next is the chain transfer. This is yet another method of chain termination which occur by the transfer reaction. In the above termination process, the product form are dead or non-reactive, and so no further chain propagation is possible. In this case of transfer reaction, while the growth of one polymer chain is stopped or arrested, forming a dead polymer, there is simultaneous production of a new free radical capable of initiating a fresh polymer change growth. This reaction occurs at the abstraction of a hydrogen atom of some other atoms from the initiator, monomers or polymers, or from any other species present in the system, including the solvent or any inadvertent impurities. This is represented as follows. Now next we will see the ionic polymerization. So we have seen first free radical polymerization, and now we will see ionic polymerization. The ionic mechanism of chain polymerization also involves an attack of an electron pair of the monomers, forming a carbonium ion. So again, what are the steps involved? The first is initiation. In this step, a proton is introduced into a monomer. A sigma bond is formed between the proton and the monomer unit, and the polymer chain growth is initiated as shown below. Second is propagation. A carbonium ion attacks the pi electron pair of the second monomer molecule and pull it over. The positive charge is transferred to the further end of the second monomer or second unit. Now next is the termination. This process occurs when a collision between the growing C+ ions and an ion either from the counter ion of another growing chain or from some other deliberately added anion occurs. The possible reaction that occurs during termination involved in the following two factors. The first is donation of a proton to the counter ion, resulting in the formation of a double bond at the end of the growing polymer molecule. and so the change growth is arrested. The process of donation of proton and the reformation of the BF3 hydrate is known as ion pair precipitation. Now the second is formation of a covalent bond between the carbonium ion and the counter ion, which the termination take place by simple coupling. These types of polymerization where initiation is done by a proton and the propagation carried out by a carbonium ion. This is known as cationic polymerization.